Hello, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in and welcome to another weekly crypto market update. So today, Zero Cool is not here because he's not at home, so I'm doing this alone today. Will be a short episode. I'm going to talk about mostly macro, since crypto at the moment is extremely correlated with the stock market, and yeah, it's just not the time for altcoins yet. So let's dive right into it. So. First of all, of course, the big thing week after week are the tariffs, but I'm not gonna go over it too much because I really made an in-depth, comprehensive video about it, 30 minutes long, but I cover everything really in-depth, everything about tariffs you need to know. It's on my YouTube channel. I uploaded it yesterday. I even wrote 2 articles about it, so go and check that out. The only thing that I wanted to say, so this is from last week, the most important things are the 90-day reciprocal tariffs that has been paused. Also, check out my video if you want to know why I think that happens. But this was the most important things, why the market rebounded, and that was when the Fed said that they're ready to stabilize the markets if needed, which means to monetize the debt, basically print money. And then also the reciprocal tariffs that were not on smartphones, computers, and chips. But I think this has been, debunked, not really debunked, by Trump itself, and said they will most likely come within a month or so. But then the most important thing is that Trump is trying to make the deal with China. And I think this is the reason why we see the market rebounding a little bit these last few days and this night especially. I think a deal is coming closer. So even President Trump himself said that the US will make a deal with China. And I think this is coming. This is on the table. And I think traders are trying to front run this because when the news comes out that a deal has been made, I think the market will pump enormously, and I think we're just trying to front run it. The next thing as well is, so Trump had the president of Italy, the prime minister, sorry, of Italy, and they made some deals as well and I think she said to prosper West Europe or something. So I think all over the world deals are being made, and I think this is why the market is going up a little bit. We see this very clearly as well. At the investor exposure to risk assets. So at the moment, the risk exposure all around the world is going up a little bit. And yeah, we just see it in the price of Bitcoin. There is a little bit of a relief. And I think this has just to do with all the deals that has been made and of the investors that are going risk on a little bit more. And then, of course, so we come to the main part, the most important part that I really talk about every week because this is the thing that drives markets. And of course, it's the global liquidity. Global liquidity is rebounding a little bit. At the moment, it stands at $175.4 trillion. So it's slightly below the previous week all-time high. So I was not here last week, but the previous week was the all-time high, and that was at $175.7 trillion. So at the moment, it's still up by $4.35 trillion this year. And yeah, so we saw 12 weeks of increase. Maybe I can show it like this. So 12 weeks of increase, just 1 week a little bit downwards. And the things, as we know, this is still a crypto stream. Bitcoin lags global liquidity by 13 weeks, and we see it rebounding. We see it following the global liquidity almost perfectly. So I think we're just gonna keep following it. We're gonna keep following this trajectory, the 13-week upward movement. So I think if global liquidity stays steady at the moment, I think we're gonna see some nice weeks before the summer in Bitcoin. Why? When global liquidity up? Well, it mostly has to do with the dollar, of course. So as everyone knows, the dollar is pretty weak these last few days. And what I think is remarkable is that it's just following the same pattern as it did in 2016-17 when Trump took office, is just going a bit quicker than back then, but it's just doing exactly the same. And we said this on the stream, like from the beginning, this was the thing I thought that was going to happen, and it's just playing out. So and yeah, this and so why is this important for global liquidity? Well, so a weaker dollar boosts the value of non-US central bank liquidity and also non-US collateral values. So this is basically the reason why global liquidity is going up, which supports asset markets, of course. Next up are the interest rates. Yeah, so because the European Central Bank, they cut their interest rates by 2.25%. And of course, this made Trump super mad. He made a truth social about it, or a truth, I don't know how to call it. He said the ECB is expected to cut rates. Well, so they did. This was probably before. Jerome Powell is always too late and wrong. And I don't say it's good that Trump puts out a tweet like this, but in my opinion, he's not wrong. Powell was too late as well to raise interest rates last crypto bull market, and I think he's too late to cut them right now. And what Trump is saying here, Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. And I even saw that the Trump top econ advisors are trying to find ways to fire Powell. And I think if they manage to fire Powell, that will also be very good for asset markets, and everything will move up afterwards. Because if we look at the odds right now, it's still not that good. So we're still going for a cut in June, what I was thinking, but not really much. And I think Powell's termination is in 2026 somewhere. So if they can manage to fire him beforehand, that will be much better for stocks and crypto in general, I think, especially for altcoins. But yeah, so it's a bit of a shame, I think, that because to me it's quite obvious that Powell is going a little bit against Trump. He also, so Powell also, just before the elections, he did a 50 basis point cut, which was obviously in favor to get the Democrats reelected. So I think it's a bit of a shame that is, and also we talked about this on the stream with Zero Cool as well a couple of months ago, that we thought, and it's playing out right now, that Powell was gonna fuck Trump a little bit, and I think he's doing it right now because, like Trump saying, and he's right, everything is going down. So we can just look at Trueflation for that. Inflation is going down. The BLS reported even 2.4%, which was under expectations. So inflation is right on schedule, and this was right here. So there is the 45-day lag, and I think the next BLS meeting, the inflation will be at the 2% target, and then the Fed just has to cut the interest rate. So I honestly don't know what they are waiting for. Inflation is under control, and the stock market needs help, in my opinion. But yeah, so this was basically the macro part. The only thing which I really want to talk about today is also the gold price, of course, because Bitcoin lags gold by around 3 to 6 months. And gold is hitting all-time high after all-time high, and I think Bitcoin will just follow the lead of gold. So if we do 3 months, let's go to the monthly, so it's easier. You see 1, 2, 3. So Bitcoin, it's a possibility that Bitcoin just does this lag over the coming 3 to 6 months, and yeah, so global liquidity pointing upwards, gold pointing upwards. I think even the uncertainty around the world with the dollar, with all the other currencies, is good for Bitcoin, because this is one of the reasons that Bitcoin is made. So yeah, so Zero Cool is not here today. I'm not going to go over the trading myself, because I think at the moment it's really a very difficult market to trade. I think if you're not a professional trader, you should just go buy spots DCA into the market and sit back. It's a really difficult market to trade, so I'm not gonna do that. I bought the dip on Monday, and I'm just gonna sit it out. But this was a couple of months ago. I sold my alts into Bitcoin because I still don't think it's the time for altcoins yet. And honestly, that's about it for me today. So very short stream. I just wanted to give a short macro crypto market update, because like I said, Bitcoin and crypto in general is just following the stocks at the moment and following the macro economy. And yeah, so to me, everything is pointing upwards. Global liquidity, gold. So Zero Cool is not here, but if we have to do the predictions, I think next week we're gonna be higher than we are today. And that's about it for me, guys. So it was a short one, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more, just look at my video about tariffs. This was very good, very in-depth. And yeah, see you all next week.